Well, hello, friends. It's your man, Kevin Gray of 105.3 The Fan. Good to see you once again. I know it's been a while since we've done the gray area right here on Kevin Gray Sports, but here we are inside of the America Airlines Center where the Dallas Mavericks moved to a season-high 14 games above 500 at 39-25 after getting a 114-113 win over the Sacramento Kings, overcoming a 19-point deficit to be able to get their 39th win on the season. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kevin Gray Sports. Be sure to hit that subscribe button right there for Kevin Gray Sports here on YouTube. And, of course, catch me on your home of the Dallas Cowboys and Texas Rangers, 105.3 The Fan. The Dallas Mavericks without Luka Doncic on Slovenia night, as Luka Doncic was nursing a left toe sprain. Got some help from Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith in the fourth quarter as the Dallas Mavericks engage in a 19-point comeback that gives them their 39th win on the season, now 22-11 at home on the year after a 114-113 comeback win. Dorian Finney-Smith was the hero in this game as he hit the game-winning three-pointer with 3.3 seconds left in the game to give the Dallas Mavericks the win. Dorian Finney-Smith on the night finished with 17 points on his own, one of several Mavericks in double figures, including Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie goes 11 of 22 from the field. He goes for 36 points in this game to help the Mavericks be able to defeat one of their nemesis, one of the teams that has had their number over the course of the last couple of years. It was not without a fight, as De'Aaron Fox was absolutely sensational for the Sacramento Kings. He had 44 points on 18 of 31 from the field, but he was really the only one that had the scoring touch going for the Sacramento Kings. Dorian Finney-Smith doing a yeoman's job in the fourth quarter, not only helping combine to score 22 of the 29 points with Spencer Dinwiddie, but taking care of Domantas Sabonis in the fourth quarter, showing his continued defensive versatility that Dorian Finney-Smith has. It is a gut check win for the Mavericks as they were able to get the win without Luka Doncic as they get ready to welcome in the Utah Jazz on Monday. An opportunity to get Luka Doncic some rest. He had been dealing with a little bit of a left toe injury, nothing considered to be serious, as ESPN Tim McMahon reports. But at the same time, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in double figures, including Josh Green, who went for a double-double with 12 points and 12 rebounds in this game, a house on fire of energy all over the place, nearly had a couple of putback dunks. With his energy and his hustle, you got 17 from Dorian Finney-Smith. You got 11 from Reggie Bullock. You got 23 from Jalen Brunson, who was efficient, going 8 of 15 from the field. A collective team effort that you saw from the Dallas Mavericks, despite the fact that in this game they were getting thoroughly dominated on the boards. They still finished getting out-rebounded by 6, but you could tell as the game went on, the collective rebounding and energy and team hustle for the Mavericks came into play. They held the Sacramento Kings to just 21 points in the fourth quarter, where they defensively turned things up in the second half, only allowing 48 points in the second half after the Sacramento Kings themselves scored 65 points in the first half as they were up 65-51 after the first half. A lackadaisical defensive effort. Jason Kidd saying, hey, we were still at the Mavs ball, still trying to raise that $1.5 million that we did the night before, and we were asleep in the first half. Well, they woke up, especially in the second half, particularly in the fourth quarter, and got themselves the 114-113 win. Give a lot of credit to the resiliency and the fight of this team, at times getting out-rebounded, out-hustled, and at times De'Aaron Fox just simply overwhelming them with his sheer brilliance offensively. The Mavericks were able to weather the storm. They kept hanging in there. They finally took their first lead late in the fourth quarter on a 95-94, thanks to Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie's driving bucket to give them their first lead with about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It was a collective team effort for this team that in a game like this you had to have. It's very easy to be able to play down to your competition, which the Mavericks did in the first half, despite the fact that we know that the Sacramento Kings normally have their number. But you turn it around in the second half and get a very important win. We know how tight things are between the Mavericks, the Jazz, and the Denver Nuggets in that 4 to 6 seed range in the Western Conference. This was an important win for them, and that one that you'll look back on when the season is over with and say, they should be glad that they got that win, because you never know how tight this thing will finish up when you start looking at Utah, Denver, and the Mavericks competing for that 4 through 6 seed and how that could shake out by the time you get to season's end. A quality win without Luka Doncic, an important win given the standings in the Western Conference, but also a win that is needed to carry momentum going forward, especially the way that they played at home, now 22-11 on the season. They will hopefully have Luka Doncic back on Monday as they take on the Utah Jazz. It should be a playoff-like atmosphere on Monday inside of the American Airlines Center. The crowd was rocking inside the AAC tonight, despite the fact that Luka Doncic did not play. Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith able to send the crowd home happy with their clutch play and their ability down the stretch to be able to take care of things for the Dallas Mavericks. So an important win for a team that needed to be able to get one without Luka Doncic, but you saw the efforts of a guy like Josh Green, who continues to emerge, who continues to grow in his role, and you can tell the confidence that he's playing with, being able to knock down three-pointers at times, the hustle, the energy, the rebounding, the effort. All of those things go a long way, and what you love about this team, and we'll get to Spencer Dinwiddie here in a second, what you love about this team is each of them understands the role that they have to play. Spencer Dinwiddie, a guy who knows how to get into the paint and create for himself and create for his teammates. Dorian Finney-Smith, his versatility defensively, being able to guard positions 1 through 4, knock down corner three-pointers the way that he did tonight, and getting the win for the Dallas Mavericks. Jalen Brunson, creating off the dribble, getting to the paint, getting to the basket, drawing fouls, being able to initiate contact and finish at the rim. All of these guys, whether you go down the list with Bullock, Dwight Powell, and others, each of these men know the role on their team, and the chemistry that they're playing with, the togetherness, the connectiveness that they're playing with, that showed up big time in this game. You say, Kevin, well, it's just Sacramento. Well, if you know, you know, and you know how much Sacramento's had the number of the Dallas Mavericks over the last year and a half or so. So this was a big win for them, now welcoming in the Utah Jazz, where, of course, Donovan Mitchell in this team competing for a 4 seed in the West. And as we get down the stretch, now with the Dallas Mavericks having played now 64 games this season, you look at the final 18 games of this year, they are going to need to continue to put the pedal to the metal as they are now 39-25 on the season, a season high 14 games above 500. I said coming into this season that this is a possible 50-win team. Now, they still have some tough games against Boston, against Philadelphia, against Brooklyn. They still got some tough games to play that they're going to need, obviously, Luka Doncic available for. But this is a team that you don't want to see in the first round. They play well defensively. They didn't play as well defensively tonight, especially in the first half, but they tightened things up in the second half. But more importantly, in the second half, they made shots. For the game itself, the Mavericks finished shooting nearly 48% from the field, but they shot nearly 39% from the three-point line and tightened things up when it came to the defensive effort in the second half. They got out-rebounded. At times they got outplayed by De'Aaron Fox, but more importantly, the Mavericks just stayed with it and stayed in it, despite the fact that they gave up a bunch of points in the paint. They were really small. You could tell that the smaller lineups were getting dominated at times in the paint with their ability, the Kings' ability, namely De'Aaron Fox, to get into the paint. But more importantly, the Mavericks now get a big win that they needed as they welcome in Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz on Monday. So the Dallas Mavericks, 39-25 on the season, overcome a 19-point deficit to be able to get the win at home at the AAC, 114-113. Dorian Finney-Smith is the hero for the Dallas Mavericks. He finishes the game with 17 points, the game-winning three-pointer with 3.3 seconds left on a beautiful drive and kick by Jalen Brunson to set him up in that right corner. The Mavericks now look to get their 40th win on the season when they welcome in the Utah Jazz on Monday in what should be an electric atmosphere inside the AAC. No Luka, no problem. The Dallas Mavericks get a 114-113 win here at the American Airlines Center, welcoming Utah on Monday. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kevin Gray Sports. Be sure to hit that subscribe button right there for Kevin Gray Sports here on YouTube. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I know it's been a while since your boy has done some of these videos. Been a lot going on. Trust me, a lot going on. But I appreciate everyone supporting and saying, hey, where's the videos at? We love the content. well, your boy's going to get back into regular content production here, and hopefully you'll enjoy this video and more to come as I continue to cover this team, not only here on Kevin Gray Sports on YouTube, but, of course, for 105.3 The Fan, your home of the Dallas Cowboys and Texas Rangers. The Mavericks get a 114-113 win at the AAC Welcome in Utah on Monday. Hopefully Luka Doncic is back and ready to go as the Mavericks look to get their 40th win on the season. This has been another episode of the Gray Area Inside the Mavs right here on Kevin Gray Sports here on YouTube. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.